welcome back to Pia Talks, and today we are talking The Real Housewives of New York, Season 12, Episode 11. But before we get started, if you have not already subscribed, do it now. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can always be notified when I post new content. Tonight's episode starts off with Luann meeting her production team to go over her new show coming out, Mary F. Kill. She wants this particular cabaret to be funny but sexy at the same time, and she wanted to audition some comedians and also invite Sonia to be a part of the cabaret. So she had invited Sonia down to help her go through the auditions for the comedians, and she auditioned, they showed about 4 or 5 on the show, and I didn't think any of them were funny. And it seems like she didn't either, because she said the auditioning continues. I can tell you right now from last episode when she said that she was thinking about including Sonia, I said, I think that's going to be a mistake. I think that it'll start off great, but then it's going to be a whole S show, if you know what I mean. When Sonia gets to drinking and Luann gets upset, it's going to be a mess out there on that stage. One thing that I did notice is when Sonia arrived, she was sober and she just looked clearer. She looked really pretty. And I thought, wow, I really miss Sonia of last season when she was eating different and she wasn't drinking. When Sonia is sober, she is a very beautiful lady. Once she got there and got all settled in, her and Luann were talking, and she says, she needs to talk about compensation. She says the last time that she was in the cabaret, Luann paid for half her hair and makeup, which is not enough. So she ended up doing her own hair and makeup. And I think that if Luann really wants her to be a part of this ongoing off-Broadway performance, she really should pay Sonia. And Sonia is not going to give up until she gets a check. Then we move over to Tinsley, who is at home. And let me just say, I am so in love with Strawberry and Shortcake. Those are the 2 cutest little puppies I've ever seen. And they love Tinsley so much, and she loves them too. And oh my gosh, I love them. They are so cute, and I love the way they follow her around the house and then sit next to her. But enough about those cuties. Tinsley's on the phone talking to Leah, and she says that she just got back from Chicago spending time with Scott, that he called her and said, hey, get Strawberry and Shortcake and come see me. I thought, wow, they're going in the right direction. I mean, we already know that they're engaged now and she lives in Chicago with him, but I was like, that's a good start, So Leah invites her to Blood Manor, a haunted house that Dorinda was inviting all the girls to. But they show a clip of Leah asking Dorinda if she's including Tinsley, and she says she can come if she wants to. So that's one of those invites where I wouldn't go. You don't really want me there, but you'll put up with it. You'll accept it if I show up. I wouldn't go. Tinsley agrees and says that she'll come to Blood Manor. So the girls all meet up at Blood Manor. As they're walking down the street, Blood Manor has put out some zombies, a killer clown to shock people, to scare people, to get people to come in pretty much. And oh my gosh, the man scared the hell out of these girls. Luann, who was dressed up in a full cat suit because she said she was being a cougar. The only other person who could possibly be a better cougar than Luann is Ramona. These girls are screaming and hollering and running down the street. It was hilarious. Ramona was so scared she dropped her bag on the ground and ran. I mean, Sonia ended up almost running out in the traffic. I personally would have been exactly the same. Nope, I don't do that. And the crazy thing is every Halloween I get so amped up. I want to go to all the haunted houses. I want to go to all the haunted forests. Any haunted event, I want to be there. Until I get there. I'm telling you, getting ready, getting dressed up, getting in the car. On the way there, I am hyped. As soon as we park the car and it's time to get out, I don't want to be here. I'm scared of everything. Squirrels, raccoons, pigeons. I'm scared of everything. One time I stopped at, this is so ridiculous. One time me and a group of people went to something called the Haunted Forest. In the middle of the event, I ended up stopping the whole thing, screaming uncontrollably, I was so scared. I just wanted out. And finally, the people who worked there, they said, "Are you going to be okay?" And I said, "No." And they walked me out. I was so embarrassed and thankful. Anyway, enough about me. Now, the thing that I thought was a little bit weird is all the girls showed up for the Blood Manor, and majority of them, they had their heels on. And I'm thinking, you're about to go through a haunted house. No. If something really breaks off, how you gonna run real well? You know, I'm sure they could take those heels off, but a lot of those heels nowadays, they are so strappy and so hard to get off. You can hardly get them on fast, let alone get them off fast enough to run and save your life. Piece of advice: haunted events calls for tennis shoes, or at least a good pair of flats. In the end, they had a good time, but they were freaked out. I would have waited for them outside with the killer clown. I don't need it. Now, here's where the ridiculousness comes in. After they go to Blood Manor, they go out for drinks, and Luann makes the comment that everybody is sitting across from somebody. There's nobody sitting across from Tinsley. She says, "Should we call Scott?" Dorinda said, "Well, you better call fast because you know their relationship only lasts 5 minutes." Now, Dorinda, really? You're already starting. You're already starting. You haven't even got to the table good enough to place a drink order. I mean, 2 minutes into that dinner and I am already screaming at the TV, "Mind your business, Dorinda. Mind your business." Ramona then leans into Dorinda to whisper, "I'm going to pull her to the side because I can't believe she posted about their relationship on social media. Dumb, dumb, dumb." Really, Ramona? Recently, I have been keeping an eye on Ramona's social media, and let me tell you, she quite often posts things that are dumb, dumb, dumb. Girl, get the hell off of this woman's back. If she wants to make a post about her budding relationship, let her do it. Luann has the nerve to say she should have reached out to talk to me about that before she posted on Instagram. She really should have checked with us. Checked with you? Checked with you? This grown 44-year-old woman needs to contact you people to find out if it's socially acceptable for her to post something on her own Instagram about her own business. Yeah, that sounds smart. I don't think so. Now, Luann, who goes off and marries Tom, you got advice? No, ma'am. Every single girlfriend that you had told you not to marry Tom, but you did. So why can't Tinsley post about Scott? Why can't she be on and off with Scott? She's not harassing you with her on and off. For the longest, she wasn't even talking to you guys about her on and off with Scott because she knew how you felt. She was saving you. You know, she protecting your ears. Because clearly you guys don't want to hear about it, but you want her to run her post by you. No. Tinsley and Leah get back from the restroom and they sit down at the table. And Tinsley and Leah want to share the good news that Tinsley sees a future with Scott and she believes that they're going to get married. All the rest of the girls pretty much look at her, roll their eyes, and go back to their own conversations. I mean, it was pretty bad. They ignored the hell out of her. Now, when the waiter comes over to take the drink orders, Leah is talking to the waiter about what she would like to have to drink. Ramona leans over and says, "You're only having one tonight, right?" Again, I do have to say, I understand the question. If I'm tired of being embarrassed everywhere we go, I think that I understand. Are you going to have only one? I kind of get it. I kind of get it. But is it right? Is it right to ask, are you only having one drink? You're only having one, right? I'm so on the fence with that because in a way I'm pissed off by it. Like, mind your business. She's 37. Let her do her. If she has too many to drink and she starts to embarrass you, do like Dorinda did last episode. Grab your clutch and go. But on the other hand, if I'm sick of being embarrassed and I'm also your friend and I want to watch out for you, I might whisper, "Don't drink too much," or, don't forget, or something. I have no idea. I don't know. I think that Leah handled it well. She says, no, I'm only going to have the one. I don't want to embarrass anybody, which is it's good. It's good. These people, they're driving me crazy. While Tinsley is basking in the happiness of her and Scott's relationship, Dorinda is down at her end of the table. She says, oh, great, you're moving to Chicago. Well, now you can move out of that hotel you've been living in, finally. Now, this place that Tinsley lives in, it is a hotel, but it's also a residence. So you can live there as long as you pay your monthly or weekly rent or whatever it is. And it's a 5-star place. Tinsley's paying a lot of money to live there. And she's right in the middle of Manhattan, you know, where she wants to be. And that too is none of Dorinda's business. Why are you doing that? Why can't you sit down at your end of the table and be quiet? What is it? Is she truly jealous of Tinsley? Does she really wish that she could live Tinsley's life? I have no idea. I think that this woman is suffering badly, and she needs to stop taking this out on Tinsley. Out of nowhere, while they're still ignoring Tinsley and her happiness, Dorinda says she wants to invite all the girls up to her house, you know, for the November the 4th and 5th. And Tinsley is getting ticked off. She's getting ticked off. She wants to know, you know, beforehand, they wanted to know everything about Scott. Now that I'm trying to tell them about it, they're just not interested. She says that she pretty much gets that Dorinda is going to treat her like this, but she never thought that Ramona, Sonia, and Luann would just be so negative and not show any interest in her happiness. So Luann leans in and she says, are you guys registering this relationship with her and Scott? And they all said, well, yeah, but we're just ignoring her. I mean, coldly. Yikes. Luann finally leans in and asks Tinsley, is she happy? Is she 100% that she's going to be with Scott? And she says, yes, she is, and she's extremely happy. And then Dorinda has to chime in, and she says some of the absolute nastiest comments. I mean, something is wrong with her. So normally I have a ton of clips, but YouTube is cracking down badly. They are hitting me with all kinds of copyright strikes. So clips are not going to be as much anymore until I can figure out why I keep getting hit so hard with these copyright strikes. I don't want my channel to get shut down. But I did want you to hear Dorinda.
Yeah, that's great, Tins. You'll love Chicago.
I do love Chicago.
It's so great because you just live in a hotel, so you can pack up and go tomorrow.
Right, I live in a hotel that's also a residential place.
Anyway, let me tell you about the...
Let me tell you. You're so cool, Dorinda. I know. I'm really happy, and I'm really happy that you're happy for me. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Wow, thank you. Thank you.
I've got a turkey baster. Maybe you could try to have a baby.
What does that mean? He just looked like an evil.
Ridiculous. That whole turkey baster thing was uncalled for. And Tinsley's reply to Dorinda was so teenager, it just doesn't hit the same. It's like Leah says several times this season. Tinsley's replies to the girls don't come off well. It doesn't get to the point. It doesn't hit them where it needs to hit them because she comes off real tween, real teen vibe. Personally, she should have shut Dorinda down from the very first comment. Laid her to rest. Dorinda, one day you're going to get the right one. Sonia meets up with a retailer who has offered her space front and center in 2 of their stores and let her know that if sales go well, they will roll out to the rest of their stores. She is super excited, super giddy. She's trying to hide it in this meeting, but it's not working. She was super happy, and I am happy for her as well. She and her team have put in work in this company, and I wish her all the success. Ramona meets up with Tinsley. She wanted to have a side conversation with her without all the girls so that she could express that she was sorry for the way that she behaved at the dinner the other night and to let her know how happy she was for her and Scott. And she tells Tinsley that she really is happy. If she's happy she's happy for her. Luann shows up and all the girls are, expressing their happiness about Scott. And she says that Scott is building out a closet for her and turning one of his guest rooms into a glam room for her so that she will have like a little hair salon sort of thing for her there. And Ramona says, well, that's legit. That is a real relationship. If this man wants to build out a closet for you and give you your own glam room. She said, I have a friend who's been dating somebody for 7 years and she doesn't have a closet. She has no space. So now you got to put that woman on blast. I'm glad you didn't say her name. But now when she watches the show, she knows that you're being funny. Anyway, that is Ramona. In the middle of them talking, Ramona's date shows up. Oh, hey, you're early. There she is, double booking again. Tinsley and Luann were like, oh, gosh. Tinsley lets the girls know that the very next day she's moving to Chicago. Now, Luann turns this into all about her. You can't. No, what? But what about my Halloween party? Are you coming to my party? Oh, this is going to be the best Halloween party. How is this about you? And why would she hold up her life to go to your Halloween party? And I'm pretty sure that if she really wanted to come to your party, she would just fly back into town. Let it go, Luann. Next thing you know, Ramona is trying to plan a party. I think she was turning 63 that year. She wanted a huge party with 60 of her best girlfriends. You know that woman does not have 60 best girlfriends. Anyway, with 60 best girlfriends, do you know that you would never sleep? We women love to talk. There is no way that I could have 60 best girlfriends. There could be 60 girls that I've met throughout my life that I've worked with and I'm acquainted with. Hey girl, but no. You ain't none of my best friend. I have 2 best friends. We've been friends forever. And no, those are my girls. 60. So anyway, she gets Dorinda and Sonia to go out and meet the party planner. However, she does not tell them that the party planner is 60 minutes away. Dorinda is ticked. She said, oh, I'm spending my whole afternoon going out here to meet this party planner. So anyway, she tells the guy that it's going to be a party for 60 of her best girlfriends. And he says, 60, really? I mean, even he knew she was full of crap. So they're sitting there, Dorinda and Sonia, eating all the man's candy and stuff that he's got laid out. Sonia wants Ramona to make the party a joint party because their birthdays are so close together. Ramona says, oh no, I'm not having that and I'm paying for this. So I kind of get it. It's her day. She wants to do it on her own. Her and Sonia have done celebrations together in the past. If she wants to have her own birthday, let her have it. You have your own birthday too, Sonia. It's allowed. You don't have to do everything together. Then Dorinda gets upset because she says that when Ramona puts something together, she always wants to make a deal. Dorinda says, I don't do all that. Let's make a deal. I give them a credit card. And that is true. Ramona loves to barter. She likes the barter system. She likes to do all of that. And I see what Dorinda meant, because before they left, after being there for at least 2 hours, the guy who owns the place wanted them to take shots to put on his Instagram for publicity. So Dorinda says, oh, so you get to take up our entire day, Ramona, and then at the end of the day, we get to do promo shots for this guy? How much do you want to bet he writes off some of her costs for those promo shots? Ramona is something else. But if I could get somebody to write something off for me for a few promo shots, I'd do it. They move on to Tinsley, who's packing up her apartment, and she's there with her mom. And her mom, of course, is crying and going down memory lane. And she's so afraid. Oh my gosh, you're moving to Chicago, which are normal. Most of the time, I think Dale is a little odd. But no matter how old your child is, they're always going to be your baby. You know what I mean? They're always going to be your baby. And I think seeing your baby move off to another state to be with a guy that she's been on and off with could cause you to be a little scared, a little nervous. Leah shows up, and so does Sonia. And Dale and Sonia's friendship is a little odd to me, but Dale is a little odd to me. But anyway, she graciously thanks Sonia for letting Tinsley come to New York and stay with her and taking good care of Tinsley. And I said, well, Dale, that was very gracious of you not to bring up the hell she put Tinsley through when she lived there. Tinsley moved out and got that hotel so fast because Sonia was harassing the hell out of Tinsley. I'm just saying, thank you, Dale, for your support. But no, Sonia was dead wrong for how she treated Tinsley and talked about that girl. I think it was a little jealousy at that point. Then they showed Tinsley getting ready to move out. And can I tell you, my strawberry and shortcake had coats. They are so cute. They had these cute little matching coats. And I have to say, I didn't cry or anything because I know I'm emotional. Get off my back, people. I cry a lot, but I didn't cry this time. But I was kind of sad to see Tins go. It was Tinsley's last episode, and I was feeling some kind of way. And then I thought to myself, who's Dorinda going to attack now? Whose back is Dorinda going to ride? Whose storyline is she going to invade? I don't know what Dorinda's going to do, but I tell you what, Dorinda better watch out. And the rest of the cast better watch out for Dorinda. She is going to zero in on one of you. She is going to laser focus on somebody to harass. And I'm hoping that it's somebody who's willing to battle with Dorinda, because I'm serious. Bravo. Bravo. Get Dorinda some help. On Watch What Happens Live last night, Tinsley was on. She is happy as can be out in Chicago. She had a beautiful silver dress on, but she wasn't really leaning back or showing much below the chest area. And I'm wondering, could she secretly be hiding a pregnancy? I mean, she looked amazing. I hope she is. I mean, I don't want to be spreading rumors. I just think that she looked great, and I'm hoping that she is having a baby. Andy asked her if she talked to any of the girls, and she said the only one that she talks to on a regular basis is Leah, but she has had a text message or two with Ramona. And then she says that once fans started going in on Dorinda for her treatment of Tinsley, she went out and blocked Tinsley on Instagram. And then she went out and said that Tinsley blocked her. Tinsley said she is an absolute liar. Then when the show went off, Bravo did show previews from the upcoming season, and oh my God, it looks like it's getting worse. After Tinsley left, these women are crazy. I seen that there was several drinks. So the drinking is what propels them into this craziness. But I'm telling you, I'm here for it. Until next time, bye.